Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, we're going to explore the Hydra. What changes have been made? What new juicy loots can we get from the new updates? What have they done in terms of the ability for us to do damage against this awful boss? How do we start to control that head of decay? All of that stuff is going on. I'm going to go through the details and then I'm going to do a new run fighting the new type of Hydra at the end of this video. Check it out. Let's go. So let's start with the boring stuff. Okay, let's start with the facts, the numbers. In fact, let me move myself over here for a second. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with some of the info that Saf from HH Gaming has data mined out of the game. And we're going to look to see by different type of Hydra what changes have been made. So flick to the part which is relevant to you if you're like doing Hydra, Brutal, or Nightmare. But I'm going to start with normal. I think that's most of us. Normal, Hydra, Clan Boss. What's going on? So, let's start. Digestion. It's now going to last for 20 turns before you get digested instead of 16. Good change. Means we've got more time to get damage away before things start getting pretty messy. When someone is eaten, the damage you need to do is now 25% less. So it's 150,000 damage instead of the previous 200. This is for normal. In terms of stat changes from season, this is the season 6 heads, but kind of gives you a sense. And by the way, we're back to rotation 1. So it's gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, back to 1. So it feels like they've kind of got their locked in groups of heads now, for now at least. So what they've done here for Head of Decay, we've got a 19% reduction in health, 14% in attack, 16% in defense. These are significant numbers. If we kill a head, we get extra damage on that dead head. So more dead heads means more damage. Therefore, less health is good. Less defense is obviously good. And less attack means we can sustain more. So all of those numbers are healthy. And if you look down the group here, Torment 15, 14, 14. Mischief 16, 15, 12. Head of Wrath, 15% less HP, 10% less attack. Suffering has got 15%. So it's all a similar type of number. Anywhere between kind of 10 and 20% reduction in base stats. That's going to make a big change for anyone who's trying to beat this boss up who couldn't do it before. If you check my free-to-play video from earlier, for the first time, I actually beat up the Hydra boss. For the first time ever, I got myself to a first chest, and I'm about 100 days in, and I was nowhere near it beforehand. So it's worth saying that enemy max HP champions like Hask and your Royal Guards, because the enemies have got less max HP, they're actually slightly nerfed. Slightly nerfed, but obviously you can kill heads quicker, so you're still going to get good damage away. But it probably means that some of the champions that were on the cusp, like a Phoenix. Phoenix hits hard, but he's not an enemy max HP champion. He's probably just kind of risen a bit in order. Same as some of those other kind of normal damage dealers versus the enemy max HPs. But still, if you get to kind of talking Nightmare level, then the enemy health pools are much higher. So on normal, enemy max HP is actually not anywhere near as significant as it is on higher levels of Hydra. Just a good one to be aware of. Right, let's look at some rewards then. So worst thing is that they have not changed what's in the chests. Okay. What an obvious mistake Raid Shadow Legends have made. What an obvious clanger of a mistake. There is still no chance of getting a shard or an epic tome or a book or whatever from Hydra Clan Boss. Raid Shadow Legends, do you understand your audience? Do you understand your player base? It's like pushing someone into the casino and then not letting them go on the fruit machines or the roulette tables, but they can walk around and look. Your audience love pulling champions. They love trying to build their roster out. They love it more than gear. They love it more than Clan Gold. They love it more than Clan XP. I can't believe you do not understand this. If you had made that one change, your KPIs on Hydra would go through the roof. Honestly, I can't get it. I don't understand how you don't get it. So there's no shards in Hydra, but they have made significant changes to what you can get. So even on normal here, the average number of things that you get has gone up from 4 to 6. Okay? The average amount of clan gold that you get has gone up, basically doubled. Yeah, so from 100 to 210, 140 to 240. Like, these are significant changes. You can now get mythic gear from normal Hydra Clan Boss, and it's an 8% chance to drop. Was a 0% chance before. That's for 5-star. This is on the basic chest. If you go to the best chest for normal, 6-star mythic is possible. 5% chance to drop. It's actually high. 5% chance to get 6-star mythic from the normal best chest. And you can kind of see the numbers here. Clan gold has risen. Clan XP is the same. But the items have definitely gone up. The Mithrala fragments are exactly the same. So if we push on then to hard, and I'll show you the kind of differences here real quick. So worth saying, like, all of the Hydra heads, or all of the levels here, the damage to release has gone down by 50,000, except Nightmare, which has stayed the same. But it's higher on hard, and then higher again on brutal. It's at 400k instead of what we just saw there. And Nightmare stays at 400k. So Nightmare is actually pretty similar to brutal in terms of difficulty. All of the different levels have had a significant drop to percentages of health pools and stuff like that. So there's all of that is kind of pretty consistent, but it scales up as you go through. So let's talk about loot. On hard, we have got similar changes again, lots more clan gold. Chances of getting mythic gear for the best chest on hard is what we've got here, a 5.1% chance of getting 6-star mythic versus a 5% on normal. Honestly, that's crazy how close that is. That is crazy. And you've got 8 items that you're going to be dropping out of the top chest. You can see the changes here. They're pretty significant. We go on brutal as well and have a look. Chances of getting 6-star mythic is actually lower. Weirdly, I think, I guess because there's more items that are going to drop. 12 items from brutal, but it's actually a lower percent chance of getting a mythic 6-star on brutal than it is on hard. I wonder if we've just done a bit of weird math there and that's not quite right. But again, lots of improvements, albeit the clan gold has not really gone up a lot. This is definitely the patch for the newer player or for the newbie Hydra area. It's definitely massively benefiting normal, good benefits to hard. But the benefits on brutal, apart from a better rating, better chance of getting the mythic gear, the rest of the stuff is insignificant. And on Nightmare, if we look at the top chest Nightmare, you still get 14 as you did before. And the chances of getting 6-star mythic has gone up again. For 5-star mythic, it's gone up a lot, almost doubled. For 6-star mythic, it's gone up 1%. And it's actually considerably lower than on normal. But you get a lot more items. But yeah, clan gold's barely moved. This is absolutely the patch for people that were hitting lower levels to try and get them excited about Hydra. They've not added a new champion after Mithrala. They've not added any more fragments after Mithrala. They've not taken any advice around doing like a previous fusion fragment, like a which is almost like a question mark. You can use it on any previous fusion that ever existed. They've not taken any advice to say, why don't we, once Mithrala has been got, give people life tokens? Like, there's nothing like that. So once you've got Mithrala, the question still remains for a lot of players, should I do Hydra? And the best reason right now to do Hydra is for the clan gold. Unless you are an endgame PvP player. Let's see. So I have just opened here my normal chest, and I've got a nice legendary piece here in stone skin. Do I get any mythic? And my first ever mythic piece. Damn, that's a good weapon in stone skin with the extra roll of crit rate. So that's a normal chest. And a lot of clan gold coming through there. I only did like, I think first tier chest in hard. Didn't even do like, and again, a mythic piece there. So definitely that is going to make a lot of difference if people want to collect those sets. And as I say, the best thing right now that we're getting is juicy clan gold, which can be used to buy some pretty cool stuff, I'd say, from the clan shop. The clan shop's not in a bad spot. So what we're going to do is have a quick hit of hard. Okay, I'm going to try and run something like this. Nobody's kind of like geared for Hydra, okay? Everyone's just geared for doing whatever they do. Kantra, I'm hoping is going to now be my person that deals with Provoke. And if she deals with the Provoke on that Head of Decay, damn, this fight becomes so much easier. The other thing I'm going to try and do here, so I can try and just get a Provoke out anyway from Christ. We landed it straight up. And then I'm just going to pump damage into Head of Torment, who's now fairly low on his... what's the names? Loads of debuffs out there. Decreased speed across the board from Kantra. Kantra is an absolute freaking beast. Trying to get block buffs out here. If I get block buffs out across the board as well, there's nobody to cleanse it anymore as long as I keep Provoke up. Try and get the big smack out. Look how much more damage we are doing already here. 1 million damage is already done. Just keep laying the damage in as quickly as I can. These changes are significant. I will tell you that now. HP burn wherever I can get it. And the difference now is because I can keep, or I will try and keep Provoke up as much as I can. I've got decreased speed on them, increased speed on me. I think because of all of those things, this now becomes content which can be auto-friendly once you've got your setup done. It couldn't be auto-friendly before. And you might still need to cut in at times, honestly, but if you've got the right solution in terms of teams now, I think you can definitely build auto-friendly teams. I did a video showing it on my free-to-play earlier. Look, on the free-to-play, I don't have the strength, I don't have the quality, and yeah, I don't think that would be an auto-friendly setup, mainly because you're trying always to deal with this Head of Decay, and it's very difficult to do. Even now, I might have to step in at some time, but I'm thinking keeping Provoke on one head like this makes the game completely different, and the speed we are nuking down this Head of Torment is significantly different. Okay, I can feel it. I don't even need to look at all of those numbers before. I can just straight up see that this fight is more enjoyable for my experience. We're keeping that Provoke up. Kantra is going to be an absolute god. You saw all the debuffs she put out already, and she's just, whenever she gets her turn, 75% chance of it going back on again. Godlike ability. We've got a long time until one of these people gets eaten. And this Head of Torment is absolutely taking a dive. Taking a dive, super easy. Almost dead. Like chunks. We weren't seeing chunks like that anywhere close beforehand. We might even get the joyous Royal Guard Slam whilst he's down. 179k. Shame we didn't have drop defense already there. But yeah, it feels like normal nukers are now going to be viable. Can we get the Kantra Provoke back out in time? Let's just come off of auto for a second. I might have some crisp words to say here. Well, Kantra lands it anyway. Beautiful. I didn't even need to. It could have been like that. Have some lunch. Enjoy your time. So, look. Good changes from Raid. But I still feel like they have absolutely missed the opportunity to put some form of shard drop as a reward. I'm telling you now, Raid Shadow Legends, if you would put a shard drop as a reward for Hydra, everybody that watched my video right now would click on and they would do Hydra if they were able. Everybody would. I would also like for there to be a different option other than Shamal, Tatora, Duchess, and Rector to deal with this silly Head of Torment, or reduce the percentage chance that he's going to do the silly old fears. because at the moment he does not make this head does not make this game mode enjoyable if you do not have those champions. Anyway, I'm going to play this through. Let's see what my overall damage is. I promise now I'm just going to hit auto for the rest of the fight. I'm going to do nothing other than auto. Let's see what my damage is with this team, which has literally been thrown together. And I'll show you at the end.
It's been way too long, I've been building walls around me. Keep my distance so you never know too much about me. Trying to keep you out cause I love my safe space. But the problem is I never looked into my own face. Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? Am I ashamed of myself? Am I afraid of my emotions? We let it go, will we hold it aside? It's hard to take the blame, I know it doesn't feel right. We let it go, will we hold it aside? You're more than just your past, you're more than what you realize. We let it go, will we hold it aside? It's hard to take the blame, I know it doesn't feel right. We let it go, will we hold it aside? You're more than just your past, you're more than...
I mean, full auto, I have never... I've beaten full auto hard before, okay, in one of the rotations, you know, with that kind of like crazy Trunder team, all this type of stuff. I have never one-keyed hard so easily, okay? And that's where my account should be, right? I should be able to walk the park on hard with my level of account, my level of champions, my level of gear. Even if I haven't properly geared for Hydra, I should be able to do it. So that feels significantly different. Significantly different. The fight will be more auto-friendly. The fight will be more accessible to anyone playing Raid. Great. And it still will ramp up to a very hard level once you get onto Nightmare, which is good as well, because endgame players, they do need more of a challenge, right? And that's the way it should be. A nice kind of ramping system. But yeah, if there's one thing I would just feed back is you have not nailed it with the rewards, even though they're better than they were. You just haven't really understood your audience, in my small opinion. Anyway, guys, I've been Hell Hades. I will see you later.